Welcome everyone on today's Metal3 Community meeting. My name is Adam Rosman. I will be your host today. Today is 27th of July 2022. Please note that the meeting is being recorded. And as usual, we would start with introductions, but there are no new participants, so we can skip that. And the first agenda point is from Feruz related to the BMO release.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me, Adam?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, last week we discussed during the community meeting that we'd like to start the releasing BMO. There was also email on the mailing list, and I haven't seen any objections. And then just to recap that for now we'll be we are going to follow the semantic versioning schema, and we will start the initial release with the minor number. So meaning v0.1.0 is going to be the initial release. And from there, if the next release, for example, does not include any API changes or some big new features or breaking changes, let's say, we're not, we'll be incrementing the patch number, which is the last one. If it is a breaking change or some dropping of some APIs or some additions and so on, like bigger changes, let's say, then it's going to be the minor. Once we reach in the feature to the major number, then we were discussing that we would follow the Kubernetes release cycle, which is 3 times in a year these days. But I said, I also mentioned on the email that maybe this is a bit early to discuss that because we haven't even started yet. So for now, we start with the minor one. I wanted to see to just check if there's anyone who would have any objections that we do the release today or latest this week, because I don't see any blockers for that. Then also to automate the releasing process a bit, I submitted a patch in BMO, which is just a GitHub action that will be creating release notes based on the tag that was pushed to the upstream. And right now we have only a certain number of people who have admin rights on the org level, and only them can push the new tag to the upstream, including me. So just wanted to hear if there's any objections, basically. If not, then perhaps we could go with the first release. Another thing that came into my mind is we were discussing it internally with Adam about including the assets of the release. So for example, it would be nice perhaps to include a single file or a single asset that would let the users of the BMO to install the BMO easily. For example, right now when we're going to release, it's going to be the tarball or the zip, and then users will have to basically use that or use the tag from the Git to run the BMO of that version. How we do in CapM3 is that we include the manifest that includes the CRD and all related resources that is needed to install the CapM3, and then people can install it just by that instead of using the release or like the tag or using the actual source code. It would be a bit complicated maybe for BMO to do that easily, because what I was thinking is that we have different use cases. Like you could use TLS, you could use basic auth, or you could use even like the plain without TLS and then the basic auth, and depending on that, I see it was run local, or the script that we have, shell script, is generating different, the customize is running differently, basically. One way I was thinking that maybe we could include 3 different manifests for TLS, non-TLS, and non-basic auth, and then the basic auth. But it's just a thought. Then Adam was mentioning that we could perhaps also maybe include the Helm, like a chart. And I remember there were some people some time ago who are willing to actually share their Helm charts that they're using to install the Ironic and BMO in their own deployments. I think there were some guys from Deutsche Telekom. And I remember they had even the PRs, but we didn't have, including myself, time to go through that and review that. So if you think that there is a value of having the charts, and if you don't have any objections, we could consider that as well. Maybe not right now, because we need to decide how it will look like, but that's also one option. The second option, another question I had is, I see Ricardo from Ironic. We were thinking, should we also start releasing the Ironic images as well? I understand maybe there is not that much of, let's say, actual code, because it's Docker files and some configuration files that we use, but perhaps it would be nice to have the release in there as well, so that we could do the mapping between the release of the BMO and then release of the Ironic plus Kaplan 3. But that's also something that we wanted to discuss. So if Ricardo or whoever else has any opinions, please feel free to share. Yep, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Is somebody talking?
I don't think, I am just writing what I was telling.
Yeah, I heard something very faintly in the background. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was Ricardo.
Yeah,
yes,
sorry.
now we can hear you.
Yeah, a little issue with settings. So anyway, so I was saying that, well, thanks, first of all, for doing this. And actually, I was very busy downstream recently, so I didn't have really that much time to dedicate to Metal3 upstream. But in general, I'm totally okay with all like the release work and the idea. It definitely works for me, and the same for the Ironic image, and for all the other images that we have. It's something that we probably need to discuss more, because of course we don't have a lot of changes upstream in the images, if not maybe related to whatever packages we're installing, or if you have some like small changes in configuration in the scripts that we have. So maybe we can have a look at what we're shipping now in terms of software for Ironic, for example, and go with that, and maybe sync with what RDO is doing. Like whenever, for example, RDO switch to a different stable or a different master, we can freeze an image and release that, and just do like a stable branch based on that. This could be could be an idea for release for the images, like slightly like we do downstream. We basically tie the release of the downstream images to some branches that we have upstream, without going into much details, of course.
Cool. Thank you, Ricardo. Yeah. What do you think would be like a starting point? Like, do you think we need to go through the things that we have like as dependencies in Ironic image repository and then identify them and then list them somewhere, or What do you think about that?
Like what we should do if we check, if we want to sync in some way what we have in RDO, for example, since the biggest change that we have right now, like we are pointing to a repository and we are installing packages from there. But of course, this repository is changing because RDO is updating the packages. So we need to see what we're installing now and when RDO, when that repository changes, because we do upstream like a change in the master. Like right now we are in the Z cycle for OpenStack, for example. So RDO is in Z. So the master branch in RDO is Z. And whenever we're going to freeze that branch, we probably need to do a release there, for example, or even we can even consider like looking at the ironic stable branches, which are slightly different. We have the major stable branches, but we also have bug fixes, but that may be more complicated because we don't have the same correspondency in RDO. So I think stable branches would be better anyway.
Now I understood. So you want to make sure basically that we like we know what we depend on exactly, and if there is some changes on those dependencies, how do we move forward? Like which branch we use, or okay.
Exactly. It's and to have the same correspondency, I think the only way would be follow what RDO is doing.
Yeah.
I don't see any alternative, but again, it's something that we should ask like other people to see what they think. Maybe we just want to move forward. Like maybe someone has some something against releasing ironic images for some reason.
Yeah, I can maybe start the discussion, same discussion, either in Slack or the mailing list, because I think it will reach all the members. But by the way, do you know if Dimitri is on vacation these days?
No, as I said, like I was really busy downstream. Now he's also very busy downstream. Like we have a huge, a big release next week. So we are very, very, very busy. I didn't want to miss another meeting today, so I decided to join. Also because a lot of people was not like joining today. So no, I mean, no vacation, just very, very busy with the work in Red Hat.
Okay, I understood. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Then I'll just include your points in the mailing list, and see like how it goes with the with others' opinion. But thanks a lot, Ricardo.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
While we're still on this point, I see Zane has joined. Zane, you probably missed the initial discussion that we started with the first item. So we are planning to do the release, either start the releasing of the BMO this today, or if we have any blockers or any blockers at all, or this week latest. Again, if there are no objections. Do you think it's okay to move forward, or do we want to do some checks before that, or do something before that, or are we okay?
I'm relaxed. If you guys think you're ready, then yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Just to make one more thing, I forgot to tell that. So once we're going to release, there will be new branch like release 01. And then whenever we are submitting DRs to BMO, the CI is running against the, we have the periodic jobs that runs against the main branch right now. So, but when we start releasing, there is no CI to check the release branch, but we decided, or we are planning to, with our Ericsson team, that we will also add one more job that will be checking against that branch as well. That's how we do, at least in CapM 3, we have a couple of jobs, periodic jobs that checks against different branches, so that we make sure that the code is not broken from, let's say, integration test perspective. But yeah, thanks.
Ferus, let's make it so that let's do it tomorrow then, and I will join you, and then we release. Like, let's give a hard
Yep.
timeline.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. I think we can move on, Adam, to the next item.
Yeah, I won't even show it. It's just the usual proposal for the failure domains. If somebody has time, please check the PR. Yeah, this is following us for a long time, but I am also very busy on downstream. So if somebody has time, please check it. It just requires an approval. It already has a GTM, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't have anything else related to this. Is there any opinion or any other topic that you would like to bring up with today? Okay, if not, nothing related to the meeting or to any agenda point, then I think that's all for today. Thank you for your attendance, and let's see how this BMO release will go tomorrow. I think we will notify everybody on the Slack and the mailing list what was the result. Yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.